Hey guys, in today's video I am going to show you how to propagate the succulents the most easiest way. I am also going to talk about 5 of the best succulents that you can propagate, and not just I am going to talk about the plants, instead I am going to show you the all procedures with before after result, and that's why please make sure to watch the entire video. Initially I was thinking to make one video for one plant, but later I decided to combine everything so that you can get more info from a single video instead of watching 5 different videos. So let's begin the list. So the first plant is snake plant. It's one of the most popular plants all over the world, mainly because they are grown as indoor air purifying plants, and at the same time they are extremely hardy. They are really very easy to propagate. Just take a leaf, make few small pieces, let's say 2 to 3 inch, and then use a glass, water, and that's it. Eventually they are going to produce the roots. I am using a tissue paper here simply because see, sometimes I may forget to water my cuttings, and that's why I just use the tissue paper so that water is maintained inside the glass. So this is the result almost after 90 days I believe, and you can see they have produced the roots really nicely. I am able to get the roots almost in all of them except one, but it's okay. I already got way too many plants. It's really very easy and fun at the same time, and there is one more small tip I would like to give you. See, just after keeping the cuttings inside the glass, please keep the glass in a place where it can get at least 1 to 2 hours of direct sunlight. If they don't get the direct sunlight, they may take somewhat more longer time to produce the roots. And you can see they have produced the roots really well. The second plant is pencil cactus. Again, one of the most easiest succulents that you can propagate from the cuttings, and believe me, they are really very easy and hardy as well. While taking the cuttings, just take near about 4 to 6 inch long cuttings, and from that you will be able to grow a new plant very easily. I use the potting soil mix to propagate the pencil cactus, and for the potting soil mix you can take 80% of Cocopeat and rest 20% of Vermicompost. You can use a very small container as you can see here. Just fill the container and then insert the cuttings, and while inserting the cuttings, please make sure that at least 1 to 1.5 inch of cuttings are inside the soil, and that's it. Water it well and then keep it in a place where it can get at least 1 to 2 hours of direct sunlight. However, if you keep it in a bright area, that time also it's okay. Eventually they are going to produce the roots. So this is the result after 3 months, and you can see they are growing really very well. I mean, I can see lots of new growths on the cuttings of my pencil cactus, and I am 100% sure that they have produced the roots. Now let me show you the roots, and I hope you are going to like to see it. Now please allow me to inform you that you really don't have to wait for 90 days. You can get the result much faster. I was kind of lazy to end the end part of the video, and that's why it took a quite long time for me. The third plant is Echeveria, one of the most lovely succulents that you can grow. I am going to talk a bit more about my Echeveria plant because I believe that the information is going to help you. See, I did not buy the Echeveria plant. When I went to the nursery, I just saw a broken pieces of Echeveria, and I asked for that broken pieces. Definitely they did not charge me anything, and I was somewhat happy because I knew that I would be able to grow some more new plants from that broken pieces. I am sharing this thing with you because you can do the same thing. I mean, if you go to the nursery and see any broken pieces of any succulents, not just Echeveria, you can ask for that broken pieces, and I hope they are not going to charge for that pieces. So this way you'll be able to grow more plants without paying for it. So this is the result after 60 days, and you can see they are looking extremely beautiful, and that's why I said you that I really love Echeveria a lot. I am able to get 2 plants from that broken part. Both of them are doing fine, however the second one is bit struggling, so I am going to repot them in some other container very soon. I can also see that third one is trying really very hard to grow a new growth, but anyway, let's see how that thing goes, and I hope I will be able to get 3 Echeveria plants from that broken part. The fourth plant is ghost plant, most commonly known as Sedum, and it has many other names, and you can read all the names on the screen. Now please believe me, if there is any succulent which is the easiest succulent among all other succulents to propagate, then I would say that ghost plant would be the number one. And the reason is that you can propagate them from a single leaf. You don't have to worry about anything, they are really very easy, like I said you. While doing some gardening work, some leaves fall off from one of my ghost plant. So instead of throwing all the leaves, I just decided to keep the leaves on the top surface of one of my other container where I am growing one of my polka dot plant. And you can see most of them have produced the new growths. For me, they are looking way too cute, and I hope you are liking as well. As you can see, the new growth is looking absolutely beautiful. Since I haven't recorded at that time, I mean while keeping the leaves on the top surface of the pot, now let me show you how easily you can do that. Just take a leaf and then simply keep it on the top surface of the soil. You can press it very lightly if you like it, and then sprinkle water once in a while, let's say 5 to 6 days, and eventually they are going to start producing the roots. The fifth plant is Christmas cactus. They are really very popular, and I hope that you already know about them. Good thing is they are really very easy to propagate from the cuttings, and since I did not record the propagation thing whatever I did few months back, I am going to show you how exactly you can do that. Take a sharp object and then cut it just right here. Next I am going to make 2 pieces of that cutting so that I would get 2 new plants. Next thing is really very easy, just insert the cuttings inside the soil. Let's say if the 5 mm of the cuttings should be inside the soil, it's going to work. This is the same thing which I did with one of my other Christmas cactus plant, and let me show you the growth and how they are doing at this time. So here you can see they are producing the new growths, and the way I have shown you, I did the exactly same thing, and you can see they are doing really very well. I have already said you most of the important things, but just as a reminder, I am going to inform you that 3 important things here. So the first one is potting soil mix. See, for most of the succulents, you can take 80% of Cocopeat and rest 20% of vermicompost. This is the same thing I did with my pencil cactus and Echeveria, and going to do it for my upcoming succulents. Next important thing is water requirements. This is really very important, and you really don't want to water your succulents regularly. Always take time in between watering and let the soil dry out and then only water it. For most of the succulents, you won't need to water them too much. If you water them once in 7 to 10 days, it's going to work absolutely fine. The third important thing is sunlight. See, just after planting any cuttings, for all the succulents, you can keep the pot in a place where they can get at least 1 to 2 hours of direct sunlight, or if you keep them in a bright area, that time also it's going to work. So guys, if you found the video useful, please do me a favor, please like the video, share it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and many thanks for doing that. I will be back with similar more succulents so that you can grow many more succulents at your home very easily. Thank you very much for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. Have a great day and enjoy.